There's Edric Everhart.
Introducing first, the team of the Black Hand Society. The Destroyer, Payton Graham. The Reaper, Matt Conard. The new ugly, Edric Everhart. The Black Sheep, Nick's Wilde. And the Savage, Lexus, Synn.
Couple new additions to the Black Hand Society tonight, Cliff. We've got the Black Sheep, Nick's Wilde, who's taken a new attitude at 880 Wrestling, and making her debut at 880 Wrestling tonight, Lexus Synn, representing the Black Hand Society, along with the staples of the Black Hand Society, Marcus Mann, their manager, Payton Graham, Edric Everhart, and the Reaper, Matt Conard.
Let me tell you, Lexus Synn is a killer. And I got a quote from Nick's Wilde earlier tonight, and he told me that Reese Hayes sucks eggs. Do you believe that?
Having wrestled Reese Hayes in many matches, including a 60-minute Iron Man match, I can tell you he does not suck anything, and he does not suck eggs.
Nothing?
Nothing.
And their opponents.
But this is going to change the game plan for Team 880 because they have to go against two competitors that they were not prepared for. And there's the heart and soul of 880.
880 Wrestling! The Bearcat, King Haught! Satan, Saban, Saint, Brandon St. James! The Soup Psychopath, Casey Warr! Amateur Wrestler, Reese Hayes! And the Italian Strongman, Gianni, Michael, Emricko!
Quite an interesting fivesome of people you put together. People that have fought tooth and nail against each other, but coming together for the one collective goal of representing Team 880. You've got the fourth line, which are the former 880 Tag Team Champions. Reese Hayes, former 880 champion. Keith Haught, the Bearcat, who is, arguably one of the most tenacious competitors in this match. And you've got my wrestling son, the Italian strongman, Gianni Michael Emricko. Quite a fivesome.
If you told me the fourth line was going to toss me a beer, I think I'd have a different outcome of this match. But they did not throw me a beer, which is kind of crazy.
It's surprising, too, because they've been on a mission to make sure that anyone that wants to have their stomachs plied with alcohol, they get that.
And you know me, I love my stomachs plowed with alcohol.
You didn't even say any of those words correctly, but we got some action in the ring here now. As this is boiling over, everyone's starting to find someone and pair off and just start throwing strikes. We've got Matt Conard on top of Keith Haught, huge history. Reese Hayes on top of Lexus Synn. We've got a fight pouring right here between Casey Warr, the Muay Thai Maniac, and Edric Everhart. Reese Hayes goes out of the ring, and this is just spilling all around. If this isn't nailed down, you better hold on to your butts.
Excuse my French, but I'm pretty sure Casey Warr stepped in dog poop before this match, and he kicked him right in the face.
Something's going on here, but let me tell you, Black Hand Society and Team 880 came here to fight, and they have spilled over now to our giant U-Haul truck over here on the rooftop of the historic Penn Brewery.
Look at that U-Haul truck. I know them $800.
My former commentary partner, Marcus Mann, over here screaming that there's some unfair advantage by Bulls on Parade continuing to be played.
Are you dissing Marcus Mann? Marcus Mann has a great beard.
I'm not dissing Marcus Mann at all. He's complaining about some advantage that he believes because music is playing.
Why don't you believe him?
I believe that he's upset. I don't believe there's any advantage.
Nick's Wilde has blue hair.
And now we see Gianni Michael Emricko fighting with Edric Everhart. We've got Payton Graham here teamed up with Satan's favorite saint, Brandon St. James.
And you know what? Something about Payton Graham, he is a monster. A monster. I am glad that I hurt my knee because I don't have to get in the ring with Payton Graham.
I can say with full confidence I've wrestled every single person in this match, and there is not an easy competitor in here. As the action spills over, everyone getting thrown into the U-Haul truck, and better make sure that we get that deposit back.
A deposit? Wait, you got a deposit?
At some point when you turn, when you reach maturity, we'll tell you what all that adult stuff is.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Right now we've got all the fans on the rooftop over to the U-Haul watching this action between Team 880 and Black Hand Society. For those just tuning in, it is 3-3. This is the match for it all in the 880 Wrestling World Series.
Wait, hold on.
Brandon St. James is on top of the U-Haul. Brandon St. James is on top of the U-Haul, and he's looking to make a statement.
Wait, hold on. Oh!
And he goes flying off the top of the U-Haul onto a sea of Black Hand Society members.
Somebody better call that dude's mom.
Dude, let me tell you what. It's an even matchup right now, 5-on-5. No one's been eliminated yet, but that is going to bring all the momentum squarely in favor of Team 880 Wrestling.
And look at Payton Graham. Payton Graham just took him like nothing. Brandon St. James jumped off the top of that U-Haul, and he is treating him like he is nothing. Payton Graham, in my opinion, is a monster. Thank God I am not in the ring with Payton Graham.
Biggest member of Black Hand Society coming up against Brandon St. James. Ducks. Oh, there's an elbow to the face.
And that doesn't feel too good.
No. Got him up. Oh! Avalanche slam. Brandon St. James going to get out of the ring here. Now we got everyone. Keith Haught in the ring. Casey Warr in the ring. Big body slam by Payton Graham. And you're not kidding. This man came to fight tonight, and he is standing tall in the ring.
Payton Graham was trained by Corey Graves. This dude is a monster. You know, he is big, he is bad, but he was trained from the best of them. And look at him go. He is absolutely annihilating the competition.
And you talked about it before. I mean, the biggest member of Black Hand Society, a man who, took a little bit of time off from the ring, but came back looking to make a statement and looking to take on anyone in his life. And that is a slam down to Keith Haught, who is not a small man by any stretch of the imagination.
No, and not a small man, but Keith Haught has been in the business for a long time. He has a long, very long history with the Black Hand Society. But Payton Graham is taking the garbage out. Look at that plug. Brandon St. James being demolished by Payton Graham.
And here's the first cover of the match. 1, 2. St. James going to kick out. You don't jump off of a U-Haul and then proceed to get pinned by a clothesline. I don't care how tough you are.
You've never met a Philly brother.
And there's a Psycho knee delivered from Casey Warr, the Muay Thai Maniac. Keith Haught G'ing up. Looks like he's preparing for, I think, the bionic elbow. Oh, there's a headbutt.
Talk about headbutts. Look at Ricky Dawkins, dude. There's no head. It's indented.
And now Reese Hayes going to hit the 619 against Payton Graham. Here comes the strongman spear.
Italians make okay hoagies.
Here comes a cutter from BSJ. Oh, cutter! The Satan cutter right there. And we have our first elimination here. Team 885. Black Hand Society 4. Payton Graham officially eliminated from this match.
I talked to BSJ earlier today, and he told me that was the crust cutter. So what is he, Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That was a mid-show.
The double chocolate chunk crust cutter that he hit there was fantastic.
After that, I got to take a sip of my gin and juice.
And right now, Team 880 bringing the boom to the Black Hand Society.
You know what? I don't know where I'm at in this. You're a lawyer. Where are you at in the Team 880 Black Hand Society fiasco?
I'm calling this right down the middle. I don't have any skin in this game, Cliff Klepto. I'm just here to see some good professional wrestling and see who ends up on top.
I doubt that. You're a narc.
I could sue you for defamation for calling me a narc. Oh, and there's Gianni Michael Emricko's knee getting taken out by the Black Hand Society. Oh, and Payton Graham, who should be out of this match, laying waste to his knee.
And like I said before, Payton Graham is a monster, a absolute monster. And then he's been a multi-tag team champion, and this man is here just not only to destroy Team 880, but destroy 880 as a whole.
And there's the black sheep, Nick Wilde. Nick Wilde has found a little bit of a different attitude over the last couple months, crowning himself the king of Thursday night fights.
Yeah, he dyed his hair blue. I hope he pins Brandon St. James. Brandon St. James has a better chain than me.
He does have a pretty sweet chain. I will give him that.
Pretty sweet chain. It's like 14 inches bigger than mine.
That chain gets a boom. Your chain gets a doom.
All right, listen. I thought you were going to be my lawyer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean I can't comment on your chain. It's terrible. Butt cheeks, if you will. But Nick's Wilde getting on top of Brandon St. James, and they have quite a checkered past. Nick's Wilde turning his back on Team 880, joining with Black Hand Society, and a lot of the individuals that train together, Brandon St. James, Gianni Michael Emricko, Reese Hayes, really questioning why Nick's Wilde has decided to take this attitude in line with the Black Hand Society.
Honestly, why wouldn't you? If I was given that opportunity, I would take my place with the Black Hand Society.
Well, the Black Hand Society does have a decorated history in professional wrestling around here. They've got veterans like Matt Conard, who I've been in the ring with. You can certainly learn a lot from. But, you know, what about brotherhood? What about people that you came together with and trained with, that you share a common goal of protecting 880 wrestling, right? The heart and soul of New Kensington.
But you gotta look up at up-and-comers like Lexus Synn. Lexus Synn is a killer. I would not get across the ring with Lexus Synn. She would probably make my Adam's apple pop out of my eyeballs.
Well, they're very opportunistic individuals, and I think that's a common thread between Nick's Wilde and Lexus Synn. They saw an opportunity to align themselves to take shortcuts to get with veterans, and here they are finding themselves down one competitor on behalf of Black Hand Society.
And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you take this opportunity? Why wouldn't you take the man advantage, especially against the fourth line that know the man advantage better than anybody?
Well, Black Hand Society's got to figure out a way to eliminate one of the Team 880 members, but it looks like they've done that with neutralizing Gianni. Gianni Michael Emricko still getting medical attention here on the outside. His left knee is taped up. He doesn't look like he can even stand. And now here we go, Edric Everhart going to work on Brandon St. James, choking him behind the ref's back. George Ross doing the best that he can to keep order here, but with this many moving parts, 5 people, 10 people, it's really hard to keep up with, Lepto.
And if Gianni Emricko ever made you an Italian hoagie, it'd probably be like Subway.
Listen, I've known Gianni Michael Emricko since he came into this business. I consider him to be one of my wrestling children. I will not sit here and listen to you disrespect his hoagie-making ability or his heritage.
What do you mean his hoagie-making ability? He probably put some mayo on his cheesesteaks.
We got the crowd getting behind Brandon St. James here, starting to fight back. A couple shots to Edric Everhart. Ducks the clothesline. Misses the cutter.
Crust cutter!
Missed.
Missed. He missed it. He missed it. Just like the Phillies missed the postseason. You know, like, I don't want to talk about it, but the Phillies really are not that good.
For someone that doesn't want to talk about it, you've been talking about it an awful lot.
I've been talking about it a lot. Listen, dude, I'm really upset. I'm really, really upset.
Oh, and there's a cover. Small package. 2, kick out. Not going to be enough to get Edric.
Look at him. He caught his foot right there.
Oh, Inseguri.
You know what? That was not supposed to happen.
Well, I think he intended to kick him in the face. I don't think Edric wanted to get kicked in the face.
I was going to say, I didn't think he wanted to get kicked in the face at all. I don't want to get kicked in the face. Do you want to get kicked in the face? My lawyer?
Not right now.
I'll kick you in the face.
I'm sure you will. And Keith Haught now takes the hot tag, comes in, clothesline. Clothesline. He's rocking and rolling now here. And Keith Haught has a personal vendetta against the Black Hand Society. Enormous history with the Black Hand, has been chasing them all over Western Pennsylvania and West Virginia. And Keith Haught now getting the crowd up behind him. Here we come. Oh, big knee drop to Edric Everhart. 1, 2, kick out.
This is where the long history is at. I mean, you mentioned it. Like, this is where the long history of Keith Haught and Edric Everhart is at. I mean, Keith Haught is just showing him the stuff.
They train together, they've been on shows together, and blind tag, Lexus Synn comes in, hits a knee strike on Keith Haught. Didn't see it coming. And I think you said this before, Cliff. Whoa.
Keith Haught has been eliminated.
And you want to talk about one of the surprising eliminations of the night. Lexus Synn coming in, making a statement with her first time in the ring here. Knee strike to Keith Haught, 1, 2, 3. Did not see that coming.
And like I said, Lexus Synn is not a person you want to get in the ring with. Male, female, it does not matter. Lexus Synn is not a person you want to stare across in that squared circle. And look at Casey Ward right now, having to go to war right now with Lexus Synn.
You want to talk about two competitors who just want to come in and punch each other in the mouth, throw strikes. You got Lexus Synn and Casey Warr squaring off, throwing kicks to each other's legs. Oh,
One time, Alexis Synn kicked me in the leg, and I spit my Bukhari straight out my nose.
I've got many questions in response to that, but we'll talk about that after. Oh.
Well, I mean, you're my lawyer. It has to be disclosed.
BSJ back in, clothesline. To Nick's Wilde. Oh, there's a European uppercut. And could he be setting up for a third crust punk cutter? Oh! Meteora in the middle of the ring. BSJ G'ing up. We've seen the fourth line hit this before.
Are they setting up for the double minor right now? Nick, duck! Nick, duck! Duck!
Nick's Wilde ducks out of the way. Oh. Oh, and there's another elimination now. 4-3. Black Hand Society has the advantage now.
And here's the big thing. You take the fourth line out of the match. What tag team from 880 do you have left? You have Gianni and Reese Hayes.
And they have just recently set aside their differences as Reese Hayes delivers a flying clothesline. Just recently set aside their differences for the common goal of representing Team 880, but I don't know that they fully trust each other yet.
And he misses that moonsault right there. Reese Hayes looks like he's in a world of trouble. And here comes the black card, I think, in this match, Lexus Synn. Lexus Synn is somebody 9 out of 10 times I would like on my team. If she's a lawyer, I think I might hire her instead of you.
I wish you well, friend.
But seriously, I need a lawyer. Will you be my lawyer?
We'll talk about it after. Reese Hayes goes behind, goes for the O'Connor roll out of the corner. On top of Lexus. Oh, and he gets the cover out of nowhere. Eliminates what could be, as you talked about, the secret ace in the hole there.
And you got to think, it doesn't matter. Matt Conard is a 10-year veteran. He's a 3-time Rise Grand Champion. He's beat the likes of Chris Hero, Kyler Reese. It doesn't matter. Matt Conard, 3-on-1, it doesn't matter. This man is here to fight.
Well, and for those watching at home, it is 3-3 now. You've got Nick's Wilde, Edric Everhart, and Matt Conard entering the ring right now, representing the Black Hand Society. Casey Warr, Gianni Michael Emricko, and Reese Hayes, the remaining members of Team 880 Wrestling. And this is Game 7. This is for all the marbles. Whoever wins this will be declared the winner of the World Series.
Again, don't talk about the World Series. Please, stop.
And there's the Pepsi twist right there from Casey Warr. 2 count on Matt Conard. You're going to have to do a little bit more to beat a veteran like Matt Conard. You talked about some of the names that Matt Conard has faced. Matt Conard's faced Kyle O'Reilly. He's beaten Lee Moriarty on more than one occasion. Oh, and there's the veteran move there.
And again, he's going against a guy like Casey Ward. Casey Ward is without his tag team partner right now, and there's a big move.
And there's the cutter from Edric, and that's going to eliminate Casey Warr. So the fourth line has been eliminated. We are down to 2 members of 880, Gianni Michael Emricko and Reese Hayes. Reese pleading with Gianni not to get in the ring. He's got that bum wheel. We saw Payton Graham working on his knee earlier with a chair. And we've got 3 members of Team 880, or 2 members of Team 880, and 3 members of the Black Hand Society, Nick's Wilde, Edric Everhart, and the Reaper, Matt Conard, with the leader of the Black Hand Society, Marcus Mann, at ringside.
You want to talk about a bum wheel? Are you dissing on me? Is that a shot at me because I have a bum wheel? I can't be in there right now?
I got a bum wheel too. You don't see me complaining.
A hashtag not complaining.
And Reese now getting the support of the fans. You want to talk about someone that has courage, tenacity, just doesn't quit. That's Reese Hayes.
And you got to think, this is Nick's first match with Black Hand Society as a whole. And he's going up his arch enemy, Reese Hayes, right now. And it is crazy to see them throw shots back and forth in the ring.
Reese Hayes is a man I've shared the ring with many times. The last match we had was a 60-minute Ironman match. And Reese will never quit. And as tough as Nick's is, and as bad as Nick's might think they might be based upon their alliance, with the Black Hand Society, you will not out-tough or outwork Reese Hayes.
And you got to think about it. The teamwork here from Black Hand Society and Knicks has to be off. You know, they've never tagged before. They've never been in the ring before. And there's a big dive from Reese Hayes.
Reese Hayes going for the high-risk suicide dive there on Nick's Wilde. Throwing the chairs there, throwing the furniture.
Into that, David Lawless, I'll send my gin and juice.
I don't think that was English what they just said for those listening at home, but I heard juice. And there's Reese Hayes. Referee George Ross not sure what to do here.
You know, you got to be in a pickle. You're a narc, but not a narc.
I'm a cool narc, if you will.
Like you. And look at Knicks using his environment to his advantage. You know what? That's the Philly style that I like out of Knicks.
Well, Nick says turnabout is fair play. Reese introduced the chair, and Nick's decided to follow suit and do it himself. Now we've got the two of them fighting on the outside.
Oh, my God, there's a pull. Pulls don't feel good.
And now George Ross starting the count, trying to get order left.
Look at them fighting in front of us. They're two savages.
Looks like they're going to fight to the back, and they're going to fight all over the historic Penn Brewery, but it seems like we might get a count out here and have a double elimination.
Here's the problem. Reese does not care about this World Series matchup. The World Series means everything. Trust me, I know. It's heartbreak. But these two don't seem to care.
Well, and that was a double elimination for those keeping score at home. So now we are down to one competitor left for Team 880. That is Gianni Michael Emricko, former 880 heavyweight champion. And we've got Matt Conard and Edric Everhart with a lifetime of experience compared to the 2.5 years that Gianni Michael Emricko has been in this wrestling business.
And you got to think the 2.5 years doesn't compare to Marcus Mann on the outside, who is, you know, a factor, if you will. Marcus Mann is a third man into this competition, and it's pretty much 3v1.
Yeah, and he's directing traffic for Conard and Edric, who by their own accords are incredibly talented wrestlers. But you put the three of them together against one inexperienced Italian strongman with one leg, and it's going to be a very tough road to toe for Gianni Michael Emricko to bring home the win for Team 880.
You talk about me talking English. Was that English?
It was not.
And as you see, Conard is just picking apart Gianni's leg like a veteran would, like a 10-year veteran would. We mentioned all the people that he has been in the ring with, but this man is just picking apart Gianni. And look at Gianni fighting back, but Conard says, no thank you.
And that's the thing is, you know, there's no clock, right? It doesn't matter how long it takes. Matt Conard's going to try to take as long as he can to put Gianni Michael Emricko away. Oh!
You know what?
Matt Conard
I don't know about that one.
Eliminated. We are down to our final
Out of nowhere,
two.
just pinned Matt Conard. George Ross trying to get Matt Conard out of the ring. He's incensed.
And we talked about that leg before. That leg has been a disadvantage for Gianni. And look at Gianni just taking it like a man, but it doesn't matter because it'll catch up with you no matter what. I've been in that ring. You've been in that ring. No matter what. If you're getting picked apart like that, that leg will catch up with you.
Since the beginning of this match, we've had Gianni Michael Emricko's knee getting targeted by Payton Graham and members of the Black Hand Society. At this point, it may just be too much for him to overcome to bring home the win.
Are you tired?
No. I'm just getting started, baby. It is Game 7 of the 880 World Series on the rooftop of the historic Penn Brewery. We have Team 880 represented by Gianni Michael Emricko versus the remaining member of the Black Hand Society, Edric Everhart. And this is for all the marbles here.
Again, please do not talk about a World Series. I'm very upset. You know, Dior earlier. You know, the Jack Pollock beating MV Young with a chair. Who cares? Who cares?
Oh, and Gianni's got the sleeper hooked. This could be it. Edric working his way to the corner. Oh, he's going to roll him up. He's got to let go of the sleeper. Oh, Italian strongman lets go for a 2 count. Here comes the cutter. Oh, catches him. Catches him in the sleeper. Sits him down. Uh-oh, this could be it. Middle of the ring here. There's nowhere for Edric Everhart to go. Look at the face.
Edric Everhart, it's in his name. He's got a heart. He will fight out of this one.
Trying to find the ropes. Gianni's holding on for dear life. And he just gave up. And there you have it, Cliff Klepto.
The sole survivor of
Again, don't
Team
talk to me about a World Series.
80, Gianni, Michael, Emricko!
Team 880 winning the World Series tonight. 4 victories to 3 over the Black Hand Society. And the man of the hour is the Italian strongman, Gianni Michael Emricko, getting Edric Everhart to tap out to the Italian strongman sleeper.
You know what? Even though he makes terrible hoagies, what a win for 880 as a whole.
Huge victory.
The 4th line, the guys who have been holding it down in the tag division for so long. Gianni Michael Emricko, I think he has something to say. Do you think he has something to say?
Let's take it to the ring.
Rest in peace, Patrick. Remy LeVay, your ass is next. See you Thanksgiving, bitch.
Oh, and there you have it. Gianni Michael Emricko throwing the gauntlet down, conspicuous by his absence. The 880 champion, Remy LeVay, a member of the Black Hand Society. Gianni Michael Emricko calling him out by name. We will be back here at the historic Penn Brewery the night before Thanksgiving. That is Wednesday, November 27th. And you will see Gianni Michael Emricko go one-on-one against Remy LeVay for the 880 championship. For Cliff Klepto, for Marcus Mann, I'm the Gavel, David Lawless, Esquire. Thank you for tuning in to IndyWrestling.us. 880 victorious tonight in the World Series. We will see you back here in November. Good night and have a great time.
Shout out my